My name is José Alberto Moreno. I'm the CEO of Carbon Shark Veterinaria. I'm based in Spain, in Zaragoza. We are worried about the healthcare and welfare of animals, so we develop medical devices for monitoring them live and remotely. We are focused on health and welfare for people and for animals, and we are focused on 4 topics related to the medicine of animals and humans, and for controlling the health of animals related to farming animals, as well as to animals who do intensive physical activity, like could be animals who practice music banjoing, or even hunting or races, and also for farming animals. Well, the Carbon Shark Veterinaria was born in 2015 when one of my pets passed away, Nala. And at that moment I was dealing with other developments related to sports. And since when my pet passed away, I realized the importance of prevention. And because of that, I was looking forward of different options between the developments that I done until that time and how to apply them into the animal health. Well, I've been working for 8.5 years in banking. And I also have more than 30 years of experience in animal loving. Well, since I was a child, I always had the idea of having my own company and creating something. But I needed to make the step forward. At the moment, I need to leave my previous company, a bank, due to a redundancy plan. Well, the main challenge is to be the prevention of illnesses through early detection of them. I mean that, for example, in the case of pet owners, they regularly had to make different tests, like could be blood tests or even leishmania, to detect and to prevent any possible issues. And with that is to create devices that make easier those tests, so we can get earlier a knowledge of any possible trouble. Sure, because I have the possibility of reaching my own destiny. It's quite tough because it's really hard to reach to the market, but it's really interesting, and overall you are very proud because what you achieve is what you've done with your own idea. Sure. What I would advise is that to apply to any possible accelerators and entrepreneurship and mentorship opportunities, because nowadays there is quite easy through internet and other features to find a mentorship of international and really relevant people. They normally are really kind to give your advice and to give support. So use those opportunities to create your own company. Hear and listen to the advice of companies that are in your area that has much more experience, to try to prevent several mistakes and trouble that they have found on the way of reaching their success. And of course, try the opportunity of travel and do networking, not only in your area, but also all around your country and even abroad. Because having the possibility of listening different points of view, enriching your perspective, enriching the way that you are going to work with your company, and your point of view of how to acquire and how to reach your goals. Sure, I have the luck that I've been mentored by really relevant people, regionally in Spain and also abroad. In fact, I consider my company a mix between Spain and the Netherlands, because I had the opportunity of receiving a mentorship in Wageningen through the Start Hub accelerator program of the Wageningen University, and the resources and the support they are giving to us is really relevant. So, as I said, try to think to be global from the beginning. Of course, not try to reach the market from the scratch, because it's quite impossible to do that. But always focus on do every step you take, and on trying with the idea of getting the goal of being global in a middle or long term. In fact, 70% of the time, people who are not in your area have given me a solution of a problem that I have in my field. Because normally when you request advice for someone in your field, they are really focused on that field and they don't see a broad picture of the problem. While people that are not focused in your field, or even they don't have any idea of that field, they go a step back. They have a wider point of view, and they can offer you different ideas that sometimes are the solution to the problem that you are looking for. Well, please feel free to send me an email to josealbertomoreno@carbonshark.net. It doesn't matter if you're not focused on the health sector. I'm really passionate of knowing people of other areas and countries, and if I can give you any advice or any hand, or simply we can meet or discuss through email or maybe Skype or other ways, feel free. I would appreciate to have the contact of veterinarians, of farmers, or even pet owners to meet their needs, to meet their worries, and related to pet owners to meet their pets, because well, I think we are a big family worldwide. So please feel free to send me an email and to keep in touch through the internet. Goodbye, thank you for this opportunity.